welcome back. If you are new here, hello, my name is Sarah and I like to make YouTube videos. So today, oh my god you guys, this is so weird. I don't even know the last time that I filmed a video, or at least even just started a video, just like complete naked face. But the reason for that is because today I am going to be showing you guys my eyebrow routine. I don't really know if it's much of a routine because I only use one product, but nonetheless I did have a request for it last week, so I'm doing it for you today. So I know that I do already have sort of a brow routine video on my channel, but right now I do consider it kind of irrelevant. I don't really do my brows like that anymore, basically. So today I'll be showing you how I've been doing them for the past couple of months, because this is kind of new to me, but like, I think it's a good routine. So the product that I have been using for my brows lately has been the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow, and I have mine in the shade Auburn. As for the tools that I use, I am currently using this little angled brush from BH Cosmetics. The only thing that it tells me is that it's a 107, but I got this in one of their little eye brush kits. I think it was like the 7-piece eye kit. And it's just basically like an angled liner, maybe brow brush. I use it for my brows. And because that brush does not have a spoolie on the end, I just have this little extra spoolie here. And this one is just from Crown Brush. But you can use any spoolie, I think, probably. It's just the one I have. Alright, so as you can see, I have done one brow already. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the other one. So basically I just like to start by brushing my hairs in an upward direction with the spoolie, just because it's easier for me to get the line underneath that I want when they're already going up. So what I find easiest is to actually get some of the brow pomade on the back of my hand already, just so it's like kind of warmed up and I can just go right from the brush to the back of my hand to my face and so on. So I just start with the bottom half of my brow. So I'm going to go ahead and take my little angled brush and get some product on that, and then we're going to start not directly at the front of the brow but a little bit further out on the bottom side, and then I'm just going to draw a line connecting the almost front directly to the center part of my brow where the arch would be, and I'm going to stop there. So at this point, I don't work on the tail of my brow quite yet, so I am going to go ahead and go on to the upper part of my brow, and we are going to start at the exact same place that we started with on the bottom side, and we're just going to go in tiny little strokes, just following the natural line of sort of how my brow is shaped. And then once we get to the center of the brow where the arch would normally go, that's when I do make like a full stroke just to get the tail. I find this can be easily screwed up if you haven't done this a lot, I guess. And I definitely do screw up sometimes. I did screw up on this brow, which is probably why I didn't film it for you. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that, and hopefully the visual aspect will help you. Alright, so once I have my tail finished there, I go back to where I finished off with my first line on the bottom part of my brow, and I basically just connect that to the end of the tail. Alright, so once that is connected, at this point I just start filling in the rest of my brow, starting from the tail moving towards the front. Once I get to the front of the brow, I will draw in the rest of the bottom line and the top line. I just like to do it afterwards when I have less product on my brush, because I want it to be a little bit more like faded out, if you know what I mean. So because I've started at the tail and moved towards the front, there will be less product as I move along, which is what will help in create the faded effect of the brow. And I do actually continue a little bit further in and then kind of like, this might be weird, but like wipe it away with my finger. You'll see, I think it actually works out in my favor, but maybe nobody else does this. I do this. You'll see. So at this point my brow is pretty much almost done. I just like to go ahead and run through it with the spoolie just to make sure everything is like smooth and not chunky, and I just kind of blend out the front a little bit more so that it's a little bit more gradient like. Alright, so technically there is kind of like one more step when it comes to doing my brows, which is actually sort of a part of my foundation application. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly get the majority of my foundation on, and I'll show you what I do next. So basically at this point when I do my foundation, I do have a rather hard time getting it around the brow area, which is also something that works out in my favor, because what I like to do is get a little bit of foundation on the back of my hand, and I get this little teeny tiny little brush, and then basically I just dip into the foundation, get a little bit, and sort of shape my brows while at the same time getting foundation around them so I don't look crazy. So basically I'll just go underneath the brow and on top of the brow, and it'll be just a little bit more sharp. Alright you guys, so that is pretty much the final step in my brows. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of finish up the rest of my makeup so that we can finish this video looking good. Alright you guys, so at a much more flattering angle, we are less zoomed in, and I have finished my makeup for the day. I decided to go with something a little bit more simple, I guess you could say, with a bold lip. So this has been my brow routine, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was informative. I know for me personally, it took me so long to finally invest in the Anastasia Dipbrow. So if you are in that situation right now, you think it's too expensive, because I know in Canadian dollars, it's expensive. So maybe this video helped convince you that it's worth it, or maybe even it did the complete opposite. Or maybe you have it and you're scared to use it and I taught you how to use it. But honestly, probably not, because I'm not a professional, but this is just how I do it. So of course, as I always say, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because it does mean the world to me. If you guys have any other requests or just want to say hello, please leave that in the comments down below, and I would love to chat with you guys. And I will see you all next week. Bye!